What up, Detroit? This is Rob Parker. Coming up on Shop Talk, we're going to talk about the Pistons and their loss of their first-round pick. That's in the big debate. Will that devastate this organization? Also, we have a movie review on the new X-Men. And, of course, we have the Sneaker Challenge. That and much more starting right now. Some people think the best place to talk about sports is on the radio. No way, no how. It's in the barbershop. I should know. I'm a sports analyst. Detroit is a 5-point favorite. Devin, save your money, I know. And I own a barbershop in Detroit. And the cats in the barbershop, they think they know everything about sports.
Get ready for Rob Parker's Shop Talk. Real sports, real talk.
This is Shop Talk.
Now it's time for Getting Rob, where you get my take on the 3 biggest sports stories of the week, starting with Prince Fielder. The Texas Rangers are in town for the weekend, but Prince didn't make the trip. He has a herniated disc in his neck, so he's MIA, and a lot of Tiger fans, of course, aren't happy about it because they wanted to boo the hell out of him because of what happened and the way he left Detroit. But I think fans are a little rough on Prince. He came here. He did what he did the first couple of years, and yes, he had a bad postseason, but people shouldn't kill the guy. Let's let the guy move on with his career in Texas. And Ndamukong Suh finally spoke. He was at the Lions OTAs this past week, and what he was saying, nobody could figure out. He was all over the place, basically saying it was his decision to come to Detroit. He's still in Detroit. He wants to be here. There's only one question. Ndamukong, how come you haven't signed a new contract if you want to stay in Detroit? I'm still going with the word on the street that Ndamukong Suh will not, N-O-T, be with the Lions after this coming season. Finally, the San Antonio Spurs play Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals against the Oklahoma City Thunder on Sunday. And most people already have the Spurs penciled into the NBA Finals again. They won their first 2 games in San Antonio, and now it's OKC for the next couple of games. I'm hoping against hope that we don't have to see the Golden Guys again in the NBA Finals. They've had a tremendous run. I'm just looking for new blood. Enough already with the Spurs. Yes, we know Tim Duncan's a great player. We know Greg Popovich is a great coach. I just want to see something different. Maybe Durant can beat LeBron James. Now it's time for the big debate. On Tuesday, somehow, some way, the Cleveland Cavaliers got the first-round pick in the NBA draft for the 3rd time in 4 years, and by doing so this time, they bumped the Pistons out of their first-round pick. Is this devastating for the Pistons organization, D-Jack, or can they rebound from this? Because a lot of fans are upset.
No, it's not devastating at all because it was the 7th pick, and where the Pistons are right now, that draft pick was not going to determine their future. Their future is more so based off bad signings, bad contracts given to players, and too many of the same guys. So really to say that was going to be the key to determine their future, I don't agree with that. It's more so coaching with the pick.
But Eric, were you looking forward to maybe the Pistons getting lucky, getting a top pick, and turning the organization around?
I was. I think a guy like Van Gundy, who's coming in as the new coach and the boss of the team, he needed all the help he could get. Detroit's not an attractive place for free agents, and a team like this needs to build through the draft. Now you don't have a pick. That's a big loss. This is a problem for the team.
But with that being said, let's be honest, though. At 7, who was you going to really take?
They had a couple guys.
No, but the difference makers at this draft is at the top. It's heavy with Jabari Parker, Andrew Wiggins, the kid Randall, and Embiid. After that, it's a crapshoot. You don't know what you're getting at 7.
Did you dream about maybe the Pistons somehow jumping up to number 1 and getting Jabari Parker or something like that, or were you hoping?
No, I wasn't really hopeful on that because if we did have a number 1 pick, what were we going to do? Was we going to really draft Jabari Parker?
Yeah,
Andrew Wiggins? We're not known for drafting the right player. Come
on,
on, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Come on, man. I mean, really think about it.
Mo, I know you're not buying Tico's thing. I know you were hoping and wishing, weren't you?
I was hoping and wishing we could have got a Jabari Parker or Andrew Wiggins on the team. That would have changed up a whole lot of things and made a big difference for the Pistons. Even bringing the fans up to see that we got somebody like that could bring the hope back.
But I'll say this. I'm with you, D-Jack, on one thing. The draft is like a pipe dream for most fans. Like, even Cleveland Cavaliers got LeBron James. How many championships did they win? 0. Okay? Right? Denver got Carmelo. Everybody talking about Darko and Carmelo. What has Carmelo done? He was a top pick, right? The 3rd overall pick. What does he want?
But they don't see.
So it's not always, I'm just saying draft picks don't automatically mean anything.
But you don't have to be a superstar in order for it to be a successful pick, though. They could have got a guy like Gary Harris or Doug McDermott. You need a shooter on that team.
Brandon Knight? Where did Brandon Knight go? 8, 9?
We moved him, didn't we?
No, but he
That's
was
why.
9, right.
But that's what I'm saying. At the 7th spot, the question was if the Pistons would have got that pick. With the 7th spot, you may have got Brandon Knight or Greg Monroe. With that top 3 to 4 picks, you know what you was gonna get.
And even
Now you don't have any choice at all.
But don't you still think that they had to do a lot as far as to reshape the roster, even without the draft pick?
Absolutely, but I mean, it starts from here. This is getting, like I said, you could get a shooter with a 7 or 8 pick, you would have a chance to be a little bit better. Now you have nothing. You're relying solely on a 2nd round pick. That's scary.
Let's be perfectly honest, though, man. To say that the problem with the Pistons right now, and that's another show and another time, it's not the draft, man. It's their coaching. The Pistons have the talent right now to be a playoff team. It's coaching. That draft pick was not going to make that much of a difference.
The other thing, too, I think people forget, they had the youngest starting lineup in the NBA, and you know what? I think the coaching thing did hurt them big time, and especially once they got rid of them.
Actually, I mean, we got a new coach, and I would like to see what he would have done with that draft pick, because we didn't see all the bad draft picks in the past.
Joe
so
Dumars.
maybe he would have picked the right person, and he would have built his fan base, and we would have loved him for that.
Remember before the season, analysts had the Pistons being the 6th or 5th seed, as high as the 5th seed.
I agree. That was the thing.
It's not the draft pick. I think it would have been coaching, man.
All right, well, the Pistons didn't get their draft pick, 1st round pick, so they're going to have to go on without it. It's not the end of the world. Like I said, the draft is not the end-all, be-all, unless you get fortunate and pick up a guy like Tim Duncan. Check out the Shop Talk Rundown. Here's what's coming up.
Do you or anyone you know have less than perfect credit? Has less than perfect credit prevented you from getting the auto or home loan you're looking for? If so, contact United Credit, a national leader in credit restoration and education. Having less than perfect credit can cost you thousands in additional interest and fees, and even higher auto insurance rates. With over 10 years experience, they have earned an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and have achieved results for thousands of satisfied clients. Let them help you restore your score and get the credit you deserve. Call them today at 877-274-7654.
The best haircuts in Detroit are at Sporty Cut.
Home of the $10 all-even haircut. Hey, Teak, don't take too much off. Come on!
7 Mile between Outer Drive and Myers, Sporty Cut.
If you're looking for good food, go to Beans and Cornbread, the heart and soul of Southern cooking. 29508 Northwestern Highway, Southfield. 248-208-1680.
For the best alterations in town, check out Sam's Alterations on Southfield Road in Lathrop Village. 248-552-9950. Sam's the man. Now it's time for Homeboy Highlights. This week's homeboy is University of Michigan junior outfielder Jackson Glines. Glines has played all 56 games in center field in his first year for the Maize and Blue. He's hitting .338 with 19 doubles, 41 runs knocked in, 27 walks, 16 hit by pitchers, and has scored 38 runs. He leads the Big Ten in hit by pitches and is in the top 10 in batting average, slugging percentage, and on-base percentage. He's this week's homeboy highlight. Now it's time for the big debate on Shop Talk. The big debate was so hot earlier in the first show, we decided to give you a bonus debate. We brought the crew back, and we're talking NBA draft. Who is going to be the first overall pick? Will it be Parker? Will it be Wiggins? Will it be somebody else? Let's debate that. D-Jack, who you got if you're the Cleveland Cavaliers?
If I'm the Cleveland Cavaliers, personally, it would be Jabari Parker. based off not potential, based off what he did at Duke, and he's like NBA ready and looking at their team, he can help right now. But from what I'm thinking or what I'm seeing, they may take Embiid based off potential more so than what's already ready.
Would that be a disaster? Would that be like one of those picks where Portland passed on Michael Jordan kind of thing?
Without question, because with a talent, you don't know what you're gonna get. But just because this guy is 7 feet and has a 30-inch vertical, Andrew Wiggins is 6'9" and has a 44-inch vertical, I didn't see that translate when I watched Andrew Wiggins play. Jabari Parker was the best freshman in college basketball last year.
Teak, who you got?
I got Andrew Wiggins.
Why?
I'm excited about his draft because it's his upside. He's like 6'9". He's athletic, super athletic.
Well, but wait a minute. He came in with a lot of hype in college. He ain't live up to it.
Honestly, did you really think he was playing?
No, but I'm just saying.
Hey, I like him. He remind me of who? LeBron James. I'm going to put that out there.
That was what that's what they said.
Really?
Really?
What? The NBA is going to open up his game.
Don't do it.
He's going to go crazy.
You ain't buying it.
I'm not buying that much. And I like Jabari. I will go Jabari as the #1 pick. He seemed the most polished of those three guys. All have great talent. We all saw Andrew Wiggins. I don't know how high he was jumping in that picture, but
44 inches.
44 inches, yeah. But I would take Jabari. He seems the most polished of those three, and I think he can help translate right away.
Mo, where you going in first round pick?
Jabari Parker, he's TTG. He's trained to go. He's ready to play right now. He's ready to go get a ring with the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's ready to win. And I like that guy. Jabari Parker, he can go left, right, dunk, up and down, anywhere. You put him in the court, you can play all positions. He's ready.
What it really do look like to me though, Jabari Parker, he got kind of a fat body type. He's not real athletic. It looks like Paul Pierce, where they're thinking Wiggins can turn into Tracy McGrady. Tico. That's more so what Wiggins is like. Wiggins is like Tracy McGrady. You remember Tracy McGrady coming into Toronto? Wiry, skinny, high vertical. That's what reminds me.
Tracy McGrady, people forget how good he was.
That's why he left. That's why he left the Raptors. Everybody wanted to get out of here.
Jabari Parker might go because he reminded me also of Carmelo Anthony, the way he played in college.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A exciting college player. But I'm going to go with Andrew Wiggins.
Let me ask you, who sells tickets, though, out of those two? Because, you know, it is a business. You know, who sells tickets?
Well, Cleveland, we're talking about both of those guys, but Cleveland is more so looking at Embiid. I watch SportsCenter. They're looking at Embiid. I still think
need a big man.
Right, I think Jabari Parker sells more tickets because he was more hype coming out of high school, but I don't know.
If you want Showtime, go with Andrew Wiggins. Showtime, you want to sell tickets, jerseys, and everything. If you as a businessman, you go with Andrew Wiggins.
I'll tell you one thing, that the draft is always a crapshoot. I mean, people always think they know who they should get and all this, and we've seen a lot of draft picks and the next Jordan and the next LeBron and the next this guy and that guy. It doesn't always pan out that way. But this is really going to be interesting because, you know what, some of the GMs have even said, it's not really a great draft. You know what I mean? Once you get past the first couple, 3 people, it's really not. It's a crapshoot. So it'll be interesting to see what the Cleveland Cavaliers do, especially since the Pistons don't have a draft pick.
The best haircuts in Detroit are at Sporty Cut.
Home of the $10 all-even haircut. Hey, Teak, don't take too much off. Come on!
7 Mile between Outer Drive and Myers, Sporty Cut.
Do you or anyone you know have less than perfect credit? Has less than perfect credit prevented you from getting the auto or home loan you're looking for? If so, contact United Credit, a national leader in credit restoration and education. Having less than perfect credit can cost you thousands in additional interest and fees, and even higher auto insurance rates. With over 10 years experience, they have earned an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and have achieved results for thousands of satisfied clients. Let them help you restore your score and get the credit you deserve. Call them today at 877-274-7654.
If you're looking for good food, go to Beans and Cornbread, the heart and soul of Southern cooking. 29508 Northwestern Highway, Southfield, 248-208-1680.
For the best alterations in town, check out Sam's Alterations on Southfield Road in Lathrop Village. 248-552-9950. Sam's the man.
When you want to laugh, it's movie time. When you want to chill, it's movie time. When you want a movie while you're out, it's movie time. When you have a portable device and you want entertainment now, it's movie time. Movie time is your subscription-based on-demand cloud movie house. Wherever you are, whoever you're with, or whatever genre of entertainment you want, you can enjoy it at your command. As a Movie Time member, you can enjoy feature films of every genre, TV shows, Movie Time originals, first-run movie premieres, live stream concerts, old school films, and much more. And of course, you can enjoy Movie Time on iPhones, iPad, Android devices, Roku, Apple TV, Smart TVs, Google Play, and on your computer. All this entertainment and all this accessibility is brought to you by Movie Time for only $4.99 a month, or $50 a year. Sign up at MovieTime.com right now and get your movies on the move. MovieTime.com.
All right, now it's time for Trash Talking Twitter. Now it's time for Trash Talking Twitter. Our tweet comes from @BillShow313. Stop the presses. Bronco McCart fighting May 30th at Cobo Center. How old is he? 100?
Mom and Dad, don't frown your face or get mad because it's
Time to change gears. Here's Hip Hop News.
Hey, check it out. It's your Uncle Bill with the Hip Hop News. Macklemore has been catching heat for a costume he wore recently. Some critics saw the outfit as offensive and reinforcing Jewish stereotypes. The Grammy-winning rapper had already denied via Twitter that the large fake nose and dark beard were not meant to represent any ethnic group. It had no intended cultural identity or background. He said, "I wasn't attempting to mimic any culture nor resemble one. A Jewish stereotype never crossed my mind." In other news, last October, news reports began to circulate that the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club was suing Young Jeezy for ripping off their Death Head logo for his 8732 apparel line. According to TMZ, the rapper had settled the suit by compensating the Angels. The settlement amount was not announced, but both sides are apparently pleased with the final package. The Hells Angels told the site, "We always get what we want." And finally, it looks like they're back being one big happy family. After week-long headlines about the elevator fight between Jay-Z and sister-in-law Solange, the Cardinals wanted to start this new week off on a united front. Beyonce posted pics on her official website of her along with Jay and Solange and other family members in New Orleans. Bey's new photos suggest the two have moved on from the incident. One picture features a smiling superstar couple standing right beside Solange and the family matriarch Tina Knowles. Alright, that's the Hip Hop News. I'm your Uncle Phil. I'm out.
Alright, the cut of the week is a low Covadis with a taper in the back with a nice fresh razor line.
For the best alterations in town, check out Sam's Alterations on Southfield Road in Lathrop Village. 248-552-9950. Sam's the man.
If you're looking for good food, go to Beans and Cornbread, the heart and soul of Southern cooking. 29508 Northwestern Highway, Southfield. 248-208-1680.
The best haircuts in Detroit are at Sporty Cut.
Home of the $10 all-even haircut. Hey, Teak, don't take too much off. Come on!
7 Mile between Outer Drive and Myers, Sporty Cut.
Do you or anyone you know have less than perfect credit? Has less than perfect credit prevented you from getting the auto or home loan you're looking for? If so, contact United Credit, a national leader in credit restoration and education. Having less than perfect credit can cost you thousands in additional interest and fees, and even higher auto insurance rates. With over 10 years experience, They have earned an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and have achieved results for thousands of satisfied clients. Let them help you restore your score and get the credit you deserve. Call them today at 877-274-7654.
When you want to laugh, it's movie time. When you want to chill, it's movie time. When you want a movie while you're out, it's movie time. When you have a portable device and you want entertainment now, it's movie time. Movie time is your subscription-based on-demand cloud movie house. Wherever you are, whoever you're with, or whatever genre of entertainment you want, you can enjoy it at your command. As a Movie Time member, you can enjoy feature films of every genre, TV shows, Movie Time originals, first-run movie premieres, live-stream concerts, old-school films, and much more. And of course, you can enjoy Movie Time on iPhones, iPad, Android devices, Roku, Apple TV, Smart TVs, Google Play, and on your computer. All this entertainment and all this accessibility is brought to you by Movie Time for only $4.99 a month, or $50 a year. Sign up at MovieTime.com right now and get your movies on the move. MovieTime.com.
In the beginning, the Sentinels were just targeting mutants. Then they began targeting everyone. They've come a long way to guide us, to bring us together. The X-Men.
It's kind of like everybody's back and everybody's in full force.
Yeah. Oh, no, everyone was so on it for this. Mm-hmm. Right from the whole production team, everyone, from Simon Kimber, the writer, to Brian, everybody had been there before. And we knew we had an opportunity to make something that was part of celebration of the franchise, part of fresh beginning, and something that felt different. And that cast, I don't think I'll ever work with a cast like that again.
Right.
So it was a great opportunity, and I'm really thrilled the movie turned out well.
Yeah, because like you said, I mean, there were the guys who you started with when you did the first one 14 years ago.
Yeah.
And like you said, then the new group, and it just blended.
Yeah, I agree. It's a great idea. It was a really smart idea, and it was so much fun to shoot. Right. For me, Magneto and Xavier really have always been the heart and spine of the movie. Going back to the comic book, they were Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. It's what the comic book was about, really. So, and it is true now.
In the future, do I make it? No.
Now it's time for the debate challenge. Now it's time for the debate challenge. That's when you take on me in a debate. Today we have Earl from the West Side, and we're talking Indiana Pacers, Miami Heat. Game 3 is tonight in Miami. Indiana lost Game 2 at home. And Earl, can they still win this series now that they've given up home court? And Paul George is banged up with a concussion.
They gave it up the second game. I mean, they pretty much had it in hand. And on that Paul George, if he's going to be a real champion, he's going to have to step it up. I mean, just like the real bad boys of Detroit, Isaiah Thomas getting hurt. If he wanted to be a champion, he's going to have to go through it. And I think most definitely they have the ability to do it.
But Earl, what about Lance Stevenson? He played great. Do the Pacers need him to play on that level in order to make this thing happen and for them to get a game in Miami and, steal home court back?
Most definitely. He's going to have to stay at that high level, but the only problem I have with him is I think he's a little too much emotional. So I think he just needs to calm down just a little bit, because the ref is not going to like that once he starts to get too much excited. The calls the techno is going to start. So as soon as the game starts to tighten up, game 3, 4, 5, they're going to start calling more calls. So that's the only thing I'm afraid of right now for him.
And don't forget about Hibbert. Now, Hibbert owned the Heat last year in the Eastern Conference Finals and, pushed it to a Game 7. And then, of course, in Game 7, he got 2 quick fouls in the first quarter, and that negated everything. If we were to come down to a Game 7 this time, it would be in Indiana, not in Miami. Tell me about Hibbert and what he can do in this series.
The key to he is the key. They got to continue to give him the ball. And it's a few times I've been watching the game, first, second quarter, they don't even throw it to him. He's got to be that guy. he gotta set the tone. And if they don't give it to him down low, there's going to be a problem. Because if there's nobody on Miami that's going to be able to stop him, they're going to have to double and triple team him. The same way they triple team LeBron James, they need to triple team. They're going to have to triple team Hilbert, and that's going to open up the whole game right there.
All right, Earl, last thing real quick. Who is winning this series right now? Is it Indiana or is it Miami?
It's not even a second thought, sir. Indiana's winning this. Game 6. Not even going to Game 7. We're doing this in Miami, baby.
All right, Earl. Appreciate it. Of course, you didn't win, but thanks for participating. Here's the Instagram shop of the day. This week's Instagram shop of the day is Big B's #2 on Grand River and Warwick. If you want your shop featured, send us a picture to our Instagram account. Now it's time for a segment we call What You Sportin'. What You Sportin' is sponsored by Bob's Classic Kicks on Woodward in Detroit. All right, this week I'm taking on as a challenge Vinny Goodwill, the Pistons beat writer for the Detroit News. Vinny, you got no shot. I got my Diodorus from Italy, red and white. Bam! What you got?
I'm like the Jay-Z line. I'm in my Jordan 3s trying to chase this cash. You can't beat that, right?
Nah, those are classic. They're nice, but come on, Vinny, let's be honest. You put these on, you know what I mean?
No.
No, you ain't going with it?
Nah.
Come on, you
need the Gucci jacket and the glasses to go with it, man. You just got the shoes. I got everything.
Vinny, nice try. I love the black Jordans, but I got you this week. I'm sorry. Italy, spaghetti, meatballs, and these sneakers right here. All right, that's our show for this week. Make sure you like us on our Facebook page and hit us up on Twitter, Shoptalk TV. See you next week. And don't forget, for the best sports talk on the radio, Monday through Friday, listen to Sports Night with Parker and the Man on WDFN, AM 1130, The Fan.